Hey, and welcome back to another video from my eBay cheapest playlist, the playlist of videos where I go on eBay, OfferUp, Mercari, and Facebook Marketplace and try and find the cheapest item under a certain category, be it brand or model, and I show it to you here on camera. And what we have here today is quite a special phone, and that is the Sony Ericsson W950i Walkman, which is a more media-focused version of the Sony Ericsson M600i, which I've covered on this channel before. And this phone is considerably rarer than the M600i and usually sells for really high prices. But the price I got this thing for cannot be beaten, and it was easily the cheapest W950i that I've ever seen for sale online. And in this video we'll go over all the details on this phone and all that. So this is the cheapest Sony Ericsson W950i that I found online here in 2023. So as always with these videos, before jumping right in, don't forget to smash that like button down below as it helps this video get on YouTube's algorithm. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and ring that bell notification button so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Also, if you have any questions or comments, don't forget to leave them down in the comment section below. We can start a discussion or I can answer your questions. My social media is also linked down in the description below, which includes Instagram, Discord, and Twitter. And now let's jump right into this video. So here is the original listing for this thing, and as you can see, $30 plus $8 shipping was already really low. These phones usually sell for above $100, even in broken condition. That's just because how rare they are. The M600i, it's not rare at all. That thing was all over the place. It was a business-focused phone, and I'll bring one on camera real soon, but I've covered it extensively on this channel as well. So if you know, if you've been following this channel for quite a while, you'll know I've covered that phone extensively. But this phone I have had trouble getting because of the restrictive prices, and it's not that I couldn't afford to buy one, it's just I don't really want to overpay because I felt like some of the prices were a bit asking too much, even for phones in broken condition. But for $30 plus $8 shipping, I couldn't pass it up. But still, I just thought I'll follow the listing and see if the seller will give me a better offer. And sure enough, he did, and he offered $27 plus $8 shipping, which I accepted. And as you can see, the total was $35, which is still a very low price. So I'm really happy that I got it for this price. I don't think this could be replicated. Now, I know people may have found them for cheaper on local marketplaces in Europe and etc. But in the United States, that price is extremely low. And this thing was not from the US. It came all the way from Riga in Latvia. So yeah, this thing had about a one-ish month trip in the postal service all the way from Riga, Latvia. And it came in a quite, I'd say, unpadded packaging. I mean, it was padded, but it was just one flimsy layer, and kind of reminds me of that N8 that I bought all the way from, I think it was Czechoslovakia or somewhere, and also came in a barely padded bag, a really flimsy bag, and it survived it. And it's the Sony Ericsson also seems to have physically at least survived the trip in the packaging. I wasn't too happy with the packaging, but it is what it is. Came all the way from Riga, Latvia. So as you can see, it's in almost immaculate shape for its age. It's got this weird thing at the top here. The plastic is sort of peeling off there, but that's the only physical complaint that I guess I can note. Everything else is in immaculate shape, and it's not a refurb. I've never seen these phones get refurbed, and that's proof alone that it's not a refurb. It's just a phone in really good condition. And in the photos you saw, it was actually working. The screen had lit up, but it may actually have other problems because it was listed as parts not working. Parts are not working, or parts not working, whatever. I have a battery here. Let's put it in and let's see. It should power on like in the listing, but there's a chance that the touch screen doesn't work. And I mean, should I try and fix it? Maybe, but I just wanted one of these for my collection. Don't really care. I mean, I'm not gonna find a digitizer for this thing anyway. We can try by heating up the digitizer and stuff, but it's not a priority. Okay, it vibrates. Okay, so the display also survived the crappy padded bag all the way from Latvia, which is a good thing, because it would have gone, it would have been not as described if it came like that in crappy packaging. But usually if the phone is okay, I just ignore the bad packaging. I don't leave negative reviews or anything like that. All right, so it is loading, and there we go. I will, is that Russian? Or I think that's Russian. Let's see if the touchscreen works. Flight mode. Okay, I think that's to turn the phone on. What is that? Is that a password? Start without SIM card? Nope. That's the demo. Nope. Shoo. Is that without SIM card? No. Come on. How do I start this thing without a SIM card? I have no idea what I'm doing. Is this language selection? You think? What is that? You know what? Let's put a SIM card in it. Let's just put a SIM card in it. Be right back. All right, SIM card's in, and let's see what happens. And also we confirmed right just before the touchscreen works. So the touchscreen works, the phone powers on. That's all I really care. So if it was listed as parts not working, everything else is irrelevant to me. The touchscreen works, the screen works, and the phone powers on, the screen works, the touchscreen works. That's perfectly fine for my collection. I mean, if the touchscreen didn't work either, I wouldn't care. As long as the phone powers on and the screen works, yeah, it is what it is. I gotta clean it up. That orange accent is quite nice. I don't know if you've seen the photos of one of these. That's kind of dirty in there. We'll clean it up later. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't know how to read Russian, so I think that's Russian, I'm assuming. Sorry if I got that wrong. It looks like Russian to me. I'm not sure what the language in Latvia is. It could be, I don't know. Tell me in the comment section what the national language of Latvia is. Is it Russian? Because that looks quite a lot like Russian to me. Okay, so let me remember how to do this. I know this operating system well enough, so nope, I did not want to click that. I want to click that. Okay, and then you go to this, you click this, I think. I used to mess around with these phones quite a lot, so there we go. Yep, that's Russian. That I know that's Russian. PYCC, the thing looks like a K and inverted N's. I know that's Russian, so yeah, I was correct. This is Russian. UK English, select, yes, there we go. Please wait while the phone restarts. Okay, so my language detection skills aren't way off as I thought. So yeah, now at least it's going to be switched to English and we can mess around with it as we want to. Now wait till it restarts and I'll be right back. And we're back in the operating system once again with English turned on, and as you can see, it is Symbian UIQ. Like I said earlier, I'm quite familiar with these operating systems. I have a few phones that run these, and yeah, navigating these isn't that hard once you get used to the icons and all that stuff, even if it's in a different language. So this is Symbian 9.1 UIQ 3.0. For a quick spec rundown, and we'll do an entire video on this phone, basically a retro style review video eventually when I get more time, about all the specs and stuff on this phone in a few months time maybe. So we'll go over all the details in that video, but for now just a quick spec rundown. It's got a Philips Nexperia processor, the same one as the M600i. Actually, a lot of the internal specs are exactly the same as the M600i. It's a Philips Nexperia PNX 4008, which is a single core 208 megahertz processor. Again, Philips Nexperia PNX 4008, 208 megahertz, single core, 32-bit. It's got a 256,000 color display, as you can see, resistive touchscreen. It is a TFT LCD at 256,000 colors. It's 2.6 inches diagonally like that, with 240 by 320 pixels. It also has handwriting recognition and all that stuff, with the 4:3 aspect ratio and 154 pixels per inch pixel density. It's got internal storage of 4 gigs, and it does not have a expansion slot, which is kind of weird for a media focused phone, but 4 gigs at the time was quite sufficient. So it was 50-50. There were probably more people that needed more storage even at that time, but still, it is what it is. It has Bluetooth 2.0 with A2DP, no Wi-Fi, no GPS positioning. It has an infrared port right next to the power button over there. It has stereo FM radio and RDS as well. And yeah, that's just a quick rundown of the specs. And for a media phone, if you've already noticed at this point, or you already know this phone right off the bat, it's got no 3.5 millimeter port. You have to use that proprietary Sony Ericsson port at the bottom, using proprietary either a proprietary headphones sold by Sony Ericsson, or a converter, which, you know, at the time was quite normal for a few Sony Ericsson phones, and no one really complained. Only now, when Apple in 2016 removed the headphone jack from the iPhone 7, everybody lost their mind. It's just because of the memes and stuff on social media. There were a lot of phones back in the day that had proprietary connectors and no 3.5 millimeter jack that everybody was perfectly fine with using. So just throwing that out there. A lot of people were mad at the iPhone 7. It wasn't the first time it was done. Even the original, the first Android phone, the HTC Dream, it also didn't have a headphone jack. Just saying. So yeah, let's go into the operating system, mess with this a bit. That is still in Russian, as you can see there. I don't know why it didn't change. I guess the native language of this phone, when it was programmed in Russian, so there'll still be a bit of stuff up there. We have your converter, quite handy over there. Let's see if it has any music on it. I'm not gonna play any music, obviously. Yep, it does have music. Don't play anything, don't play music. These are of course copyrighted music, so yeah, can't really play. Artists, let's see if there's anything I recognize here. No, do not recognize. These are probably artists from that region in Latvia, Eastern Europe, Russia, that area. I don't really know any of these. Nothing. Maybe it's just the probably some artists that I may know. It's just in a different, it's in Russian or whatever that language is, but yeah, no, that's not Russian. No, that's something else. I don't know, but yeah, there is music on this, so whatever. Let's see. Of course, internet's not gonna work. Let's mess with calendar. Quite simple, honestly, UIQ was, and that's what made it good as well. It was just based off the main Symbian operating systems. You have Nightclub Empire for games, Demo, Quadra Pop, Sound Recorder, Music DJ, Online Media, Video, FM Radio, etc., etc. And if you're wondering how I'm controlling the thing, it has a scroll wheel over here and the back button over here, which is really, really handy. You can just select with this and go back and scroll with this. I just love that feature. I wish some modern phones had that, but then again, it kind of goes against the aesthetics, and modern phones have capacitive touchscreens that you can use with your thumb, but kind of really like that control. I could get used to that, honestly. A really good design by Sony Ericsson over there. So let's go get an M600i. So here it is alongside the M600i, and like I said again, in the full retro style review video, we'll cover an exact comparison and do all of that as well. But for now, let's just do a quick comparison. Of course, the first thing that stands out is the buttons. This thing has the double press to select buttons that Sony Ericsson used in some of their phones. This thing has a standard triple press to select your usual style of buttons. However, they're not really buttons, they're just built into the body. It's a flexible plastic that's on top of it, and the button is actually on the inside, and that's actually quite a nice sleek design. It's not very user friendly, but it's a very sleek design. A lot of people thought that was quite cool. And then here it has the Walkman logo, here it's the M600i logo. The displays are exactly the same. The button placement at the top is the same with the IR port. The stylus, the place where the stylus is, this one's also missing its stylus. The controls on the side here with the scroll wheel. Of course, the Walkman has the Walkman logo there. The bottom is exactly the same. This side is somewhat similar. This has a media button. This has a quick action button where you can map it to quick actions. The M600i has the quick actions. The W950 has the media button. And the volume rockers are on this side on the 950, and the M600 has a M2 memory, I almost said M.2, an M2 memory expansion port. So Sony's M2 memory card. It's a proprietary memory card for some Sony products, but yeah, Sony M2 expansion. This thing did not have an expansion port. It was stuck with 4 gigs. So that's a slight difference at the back there, at the side there, and at the back. Almost identical, except this has 3 holes for the speaker, and it's an orange. As you can see there, it's kind of dirty. If I clean it up, it'll look nice. And this has 1 long blue line for the speaker, as you can see there. And as you can see, it's almost exactly the same at the back. The M600, as you can see, is a more blackish. This thing is a bit more on the, I want to say a brown, no, under the sun it kind of looks dark-ish purple, hard to tell. But yeah, very, very identical. And yeah, that's just a quick comparison between these two phones. We'll do a full in-depth comparison in the full retro style review video, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, this was the cheapest Sony Ericsson W950i that I could find online for a mere price of $35 total, and it was shipped from Riga in Latvia. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you honestly did, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up on the like button down below, as it helps this video get on YouTube's algorithm. And also don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this phone, and if you have any questions or comments, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, do the whole lot. We'll have a discussion down in the comment section. Thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video.